After weeks of denial, fabricating evidence, pointing fingers at Russia, it has now been revealed, finally, that the Ukrainian government is actually responsible for the downing of the Air Malaysia flight HM17. Constantly, they have gone on about claiming that it was a Buk missile system that was supplied to the pro-Russian rebels by Russia, for which they produced what has now been proven to be phony evidence. They've been claimed that the plane was shot down by a missile, which is now, just now, proven to be false. Experts who have now gone and looked at the wreckage show that it was not hit by a missile at all. This entire time, U.S. imperialism, in conjunction with Kiev and all the other imperialist forces, have been insisting that the murder of these 298 people was the fault of rebels within Russia. In fact, this entire time, it has been nothing more than a false flag operation by the Ukrainian government. One of the OSCE investigators who took a look at the carnage took the time to speak to the media and give some very telling words.
What do you think we know about what happened to that aircraft today as compared with the first day you came?
There have been 2 or 3 pieces of fuselage that have been really pockmarked. It almost looks like machine gun fire. Very, very strong machine gun fire that has left these unique marks that we haven't seen anywhere else. We've also been asked, for example, have we seen any examples of a missile? Well, no, we haven't. That's the answer. And even if it was there, we don't have those trained eyes to pick that up. But now there are experts here who would be able to.
So at the end of all this, do you think an investigation can occur in any meaningful way that will give families some closure on what happened?
We have, I think, a critical mass now of experts here. As long as they can get to the site quickly, have pretty good access, collect.
There's also Peter Hysenko, a pilot who took a look at a lot of the recordings and looked at some of the wreckage himself. And this is what he found. You can see the entry and exit holes. The edge of a portion of the holes is bent inwards. These are the smaller holes, round and clean, showing the entry points most likely that of a 30mm caliber projectile. The edge of the other, the larger and slightly frayed exit holes, shows shreds of metal pointing and produced by the same caliber projectiles. Moreover, it is evident that these exit holes of the outer layer of the double aluminum reinforced structures are shredded or bent outwardly. The U.S. claim that this plane was shot down by a Russian Buk missile system has been shown to be absolutely false. These people were murdered by the Ukrainian government. Their plane was shot out of the sky by a Ukrainian fighter jet, or what's likely to have been a Ukrainian fighter jet. This was not the work of Russia. This was the work of a false flag operation carried out by the Ukrainian government, more than likely at the behest of the U.S. government. Finally, this one ongoing issue, which has been very vitriolic with a lot of accusations flying back and forth with data from this and data from that and fake satellite photos and real satellite photos, can finally be put to rest. This speaks many volumes about what it is that the United States has an interest in. They have no interest in standing for the people. In fact, they have a very large interest in murdering innocent people. All of this just to make sure those who don't want to live under the fascist Voda government that has been put into power by the U.S. don't get to separate. This is all because people don't want to live under a fascist government. These people in this plane had to die for that reason. U.S. imperialism cares nothing for the people that they're claiming to protect. There can be no mistake that this entire incident, along with many others, has been no kind of humanitarian intervention or a defense of freedom. If shooting down and murdering innocent people for the sake of promoting your side is not an act of fascism or an act of terrorism, then I don't know what is. And on what grounds can you claim that doing this is a defense of innocent civilian lives, when it is in fact you who actually kills them? And I hope this can finally put to rest the issue that's been going on in the country. Has Vladimir Putin acted like a saint this entire time? Of course not. Are these pro-Russian rebels serving Russian imperialism? Of course. But in this case, in this contradiction between two imperialist powers, which one are you going to stand by? Are you going to stand by those who don't want to be a part of a fascist government, or those who want to be part of a fascist government? And which imperialism, which of these two competing imperialist powers are you going to go with? Are you going to go with Russia, or are you going to go with the United States? Anything that undermines the power of the U.S. empire is objectively a good thing. I lament to support one imperialist power over another, but the primary imperialist power in the world today, in understanding the contradictions between the various powers, is that the United States is the grand all be all of, frankly, the evil in this situation. And any weakening of that power is justified. As Mao said, to paraphrase him a little bit, given this situation, it's always right to rebel. And in this case, rebelling against fascists is right, and always has been. Thank you for watching. Please comment and rate the video. If you liked it, hit subscribe or check out some of these other great videos. If you wish, share it on social media. And while you're at it, why don't you follow me on Twitter? And if you got time, go on over to the MRN bookstore and check out some of the latest books available.